Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final episode in the serial of the Daleks. This serial was fantastic. It's episode 11. We're flying through the series. And the reason for that is because the episodes are so easy to watch. The characters are so likable. The villains are brilliant. Hartnell is just truly a magnificent doctor. He's not your typical nice, kind-hearted, comical doctor. He's your, he's stubborn at times. He's just multiple things, and he's think. He's trying to get everyone involved, let them think about different things, let them be the smart ones for once. He helps the group move forward. You know, Ian's brilliant, Susan's poor acting at times, and Barbara's annoyance builds for a great group of four. The Thals in this episode were fantastic. I love the core, the core couple of main characters in the Thals group. They're really cool. Um, there's a couple of deaths in this episode, but I love how they came together. Like, some of them were jumping from the ceiling, some of them were coming from behind and throwing stuff, tackling the Daleks. A couple of Daleks ended up on all fours. Um, it was really good episode, a really well put together episode. I think it should have been slightly longer because it sort of just went from slow pace to them smashing the Daleks all over the place, dropping them on the floor, destroying all the power and basically draining them, destroying the Daleks. But overall, this 7-part episodic serial was absolutely fantastic from start to finish, on the point of them accidentally going to this place, not knowing where they are, meeting the Daleks, meeting the Thals, trying to figure out how they could save the Thals from the Daleks, giving them a world to live on where they can have food and shelter and all this other stuff where they can have a new life. The thing I fear the most is because we know Daleks are one of the most formidable forces in the world, and the Thals, I don't think, ever appear again. Could be horribly wrong with that. They could have appeared in one of the early Doctors, but I'm intrigued to see what happens to them if Doctor ever goes back to Skaro to visit them, and because he says a little note saying, "I'd love to see your grandchildren in the future, see what happens and what you've done to make this world your own." Yeah, it was a very tidy episode with great camera work. I did the story just worked. All working together. The guy who was on the rope over the ledge, he committed suicide, sacrificed himself for the good of the group, so they could get away. And then obviously they escaped through the pipes. So, it worked out for itself. Ian again saving the day, getting them through the mountain slash the tunnel, freeing the Doctor and Susan, and then helping take out the Daleks. Couple of casualties, but ultimately the Thals will live on with a great life, only losing a couple of people along the way. So it was a brilliant episode, a brilliant 7-part episode. When going into the series, I was originally thinking, will these serials drag? 4 episodes for the Unearthly Child, 7 episodes for the Daleks. No, I believe they're very well put together, very well pasted, they always have a lot of stuff involved. They're not rushing things. They want you to be invested in these storylines. They want you to be on the edge of your toes, and they want it to last a long time. It's very unusual to get 7 episodes of a Dalek series, and that's why I think the original Doctors do it the best. That's why they're appreciated so much. To get this much content from these characters and actors, it's so much dedication. So I truly can't wait to jump into the 3rd serial, episode 12. I don't know how many episodes are in this next serial, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens and what takes place. And obviously, if Susan can improve as an actress throughout the series, she's a lot older than any kid, so she needs to start improving that. She just screams and just whinges and moans and does stupid things at random times. Barbara, for me, is just there. She doesn't really contribute anything to the series. And Ian and the Doctor, I'm intrigued to see where their relationship goes, how much they start to understand each other, and what leads to maybe them departing the group one day. Is it going to take a while for them to get back home? Do they naturally just get back home and then leave, or do they just stick around with the Doctor for a period of time? Let me know what you think down below, because the TARDIS is sort of exploded at the end, so we're in a bit of another iffy spot with the group. So stay tuned for the next episode, and of course, let me know if you're enjoying the series. Subscribe, like, and goodbye.